on the Troll Elder Titan is a pretty devastating lane to have to go into. Pretty tough for the DK even. This Astral Spirit, of course, going to be very annoying for S4. And Arme already getting aggressive with the slow. He wants to ensure that S4 knows he is not welcome.
Yeah, you just want to zone out the DK. Early levels for S4 are not going to be fun. Y can just abuse this insane right click he gets with the Spirit and the movement speed as well. You do have Handsken around to get the creep pulse off. But they're just going to try to get that EXP going for the DK, ensure that you hit your level 3 spike here for S4. That's the point where he can sort of hold the lane. But there's a lot more aggression that comes out from LGD, and for the side of Alliance, this is definitely much more passive. Like, the DK is strong enough to apply some harassment and breathe fire, but you really need your level 6 to look for any sort of kill potential, even with a Tusk. So, gonna be a slower lane. Y's just gonna be enjoying his zoning here, and there's not much S4 can really do. This is a lot of farm coming out here for Ame. He gets this hit back. Creep wave is just evened out under his behind his tier 1. So it's just not going to be a slow game for the Troll, and we'll have to watch that with this kind of slow start from Alliance in the top.
Already feeling very awkward because they want to give Handsken that level 2 timing to be able to actually get something done, but Handsken going to have to give the wave away to S4. Now Y caught the tag team, a bit of damage coming out onto the Elder Titan. Just try and trade a little bit. So while that's happening, we'll have a look over to the other lanes. Mid lane, Limmp on the mid, Grimstroke up against NothingToSay on the DP. The Grimstroke already looking pretty darn good. The Stroke of Fate is quite an obnoxious ability to have when you're in a 1v1 matchup.
Really is. It just makes it hard for you to stay under your creep wave to find last hits. Really easy to punish that plump up. And you already see NothingToSay kind of dropping low here. Has to watch himself. He can't really abuse the Spirit Siphon as well. You gap close that close by. Inkswell might go off and Limmp might just man up and try to get some hits off. Again, drawing you very low. Just not the ideal situation for the DP. Limmp slightly behind in last hits overall. NothingToSay does have more spam ability with a Crypt Swarm, but overall, I'd say if you're the Grimstroke here, you're not too upset. You're really fine. You're making it awkward for the DP. She's much more used to dominating lanes, winning out trades, and it's just slower here. So level 4 is going to be faster for Limmp. Supports need to come in to refill bottles at some point. Much more important for NothingToSay. The DP is just such a tempo setting hero that you want to be able to survive that lane and get that refill and sustain yourself in that matchup.
The last lane as well, Faith Beyond on the Sand King going to be up against FNG. You've got Nikobaby there on the Jug, who is currently free farming quite nicely. XinQ is kind of just roaming around to find some openings for the team. Way back down bottom the Mirana. Nikobaby, again, having a really decent time. He's actually ahead of the Troll, even if Arme is free farming as well.
Yeah, this is down to the fact that the aggression for LGD here relies on Fate Beyond landing the stun first, and Nikobaby's doing a good job of just keeping himself behind his creep wave. So there are no clear arrow angles even if you get that burrow strike off, and Nikobaby just kind of weaves in and out of creep wave, gets his last hit. XinQ does want to rotate for the 4-minute bound power rune, so.
FNG, it's going to be alright. Say, going to have to make his way out. The top power rune is going to be secured there by Y, but Handsken is going to force him to take it. Y will try to punish Handsken a little bit, but without that bonus damage, you don't really do too much. It's the Elder Titan. We're going to turn right back around in a circle back onto Handsken. Now he has a bit of bonus damage. He'll go for the creep wave to boom. That's going to be it though. He's not going to abuse that haste any longer unless the idea is to go top instead, where S4 by his tier 1, he's going to be fine. They had vision anyway to watch the Elder Titan's movements. Still almost 5 minutes in, no first blood occurring, not even close. Both teams just very kind of happy to keep farming.
And we tend to see this coming out from LGD more than anything else, right? Like, they play very soft lanes. They don't necessarily look for the kill opportunities themselves until you get at least level 6 up, and then we say that's one of the spikes LGD tends to wait for. This time around, NothingToSay's level 6 is not going to be as amazing. We tend to see the Exorcism held back, although.
Oh, got a first blood coming in. FNG is going to be the one to drop. XinQ will take the kill on the Mirana. Little setup there with the leap arrow. You go, there's your bonus damage onto that Mirana. Faith Beyond now, knowing the support, which Doctor's not going to be around, he's just going to essentially double farm here up against Nikobaby, but he's left the creep wave behind now. He actually doesn't have Sandstorm up, and Handsken has rotated over on the Tusk. He'll chase down the Sand King. Shard's going to block the stairway. Faith has no way out. He's gone. Nice rotations in from Alliance.
Yeah, they get the punishment out, kind of compensating for that first blood. Kill goes to Nikobaby, which is always nice. You save from Jug, just getting a freebie for himself, accelerating that network just a bit more. The game is still in 1-1, although they are rotating mid.
They try to just get that power rune off, nothing to say. Esports just cannot reach, but a nice chance is out from Handsken with the tag team, and now the X's are going to be popped immediately. Just try and turn this around. They won't get much out of the X's yet. They might have just enough time. Use that siege creep plus the ulti to maybe get some chip damage on that tier 1 mid. No, nothing to say. He's not even gonna bother. He's just out of it.
Just rather use that to farm up a bit more, not too much time left, and does lead to a pretty inconsequential first EXO. Guess you don't mind too much. You're still getting that steady build up. You are slightly more farmed than Limmp anyway, so just building up that lead is always good. For the side of LGD, every single lane really going smoothly. Ame still just having a free time top, has level 6 up. As long as he has the mana, he's going to be very hard to kill off. But S4 also hits his level 6 spike. You do have the Dragon Form to play with down the line.
Handsken. Right. Just close the gap, but shots are out. Arrow does get from the top, but the Omni already out from Nikobaby. Anytime you can get a kill with that Omni Slash, especially early on, you just take it. Plus the plus 3 Sand King going down, going to be very nice for Alliance. Nikobaby, he is well and truly ahead in net worth. 3.6k. Still uncontested on the jug. Having a very good game. Top lane. Got Davy on there with the arrow. DK, he's gone S4. Gonna drop on the opposite side of the map, but now NothingToSay will go for another FNG. It does go down, and it's like LGD want to try and apply the pressure onto that tier 1 top tower.
Gonna get a nice push going. No exorcism up though, means that they're not really gonna commit too hard, and it's going to be down to Ame to just get some hits off. Again, with fervor stacks, you can kind of rip through. Ame is in Battle Fury as well, so the tower gold's gonna help him buy out that item. Does have a perseverance up. Can sustain himself in the jungle quite nicely. LGD just waiting for the next Xer. They're kind of clumped up mid, ready for that timing. They can look to try to force that mid tier 1 as soon as NothingToSay is ready to go for it.
Baby, he's gonna go for that Battle Fury build up. So just ignoring the Maelstrom build up we see quite a lot these days from Jugs. I guess you can afford to be a little bit greedier up against the Troll. You might just be confident enough to scale late game in comparison. Ame's doing the exact same thing. He is going for the Battle Fury as well. Maelstrom not quite as good when you are up against Jug, because he can naturally just block out some of the damage with that spin.
It's a back and forth when you do have these Battle Fury fights, although they're trying to at least harass out XinQ. Does have a leap, so tag team's not going to amount to much. You will have to be very cautious on how much control gets out.
TP away, great from Nikobaby, nothing to stop it. NothingToSay, he is going to be able to pressure the bot tier 1 now. They definitely wanted to kill the Jug though. In fact, why mid lane does die to Limmp. Limmp, he got a haste rune of using the Inkswell. So far, everything's just going really nicely for Alliance. Nothing too much to worry about, apart from maybe S4 in the off lane, who's going to be chased down by Faith Beyond and Ame. Epi sent up. Gonna be cancelled. S4 still trying to run. Ame praying for a rune. Does get one. Done out though, Faith. Got the burst back in time, and now he might be turned on. Olympic down. Limmp, stroke of fate does connect Faith. Would be able to survive through it.
Yeah, it's
just kind of walk away.
For my coffin.
it's a very conservative game from both sides. You're just trying to build up in these past ones. There are some push timings that you need with DK and DP on either side. It's supposed to not get anything on the XinQ.
Turns out he's going to be able to leap away. They didn't get the silence in time. Important to land that silence. Want to kill this Mirana off.
Just holding steady. They get the farm up in Fate Beyond. They want the Blink timing here in the Sand King to have their own initiation lined up. Side of Alliance, S4 is also saving up for his Blink, but the Dragon Knight doesn't necessarily farm the same way as the SK does, although S4 is slightly ahead anyway, so it's not too much of a problem. With the travel something like that,
That'll be a big pick-off. They got the stuns, the silence, but the arrow might save the day. No. Stun for way too long. S4 now will go down, but it's well and truly worth it. FMG, meanwhile, with the Death Ward just channeling all the way. Fate Beyond will finally come in with a Burrow Strike. They'll get a double. 2-for-1 trade, but they got Arme on the troll. Lions probably won't be too upset about that. As long as Arme's dying and Nikobaby's farming, they should be happy.
And you're winning out the farm trade in the end. Love the aggression coming out from Limmp with the travel. It's just showing up in lanes where he knows he can abuse all of his spells maxed out, except for, of course, the Phantom's Embrace. You might want to start seeing Soulbind down the line just so you can secure some control on two heroes. Double Dragon Kill is still really potent. Double Cask as well. So you can maybe look into getting value point up by 11, and just having that really come out for these ganks would be big. LGD, I mean, even after losing Ame, he's still keeping up with Nikobaby, not too far behind. Battle Fury timing should line up. So the cores are still hitting those spikes. What we need to see is really on the offlane. Like S4 dying is actually a bigger issue because his blink timing's delayed. The DK cannot initiate the way you'd want him to. You will have to just depend on either the snowball or the Inkswell rush in. And that's not the most reliable way to start these fights. You've been seeing issues with Alliance holding back even just XinQ. As long as he has the leaps up, so you'll have to watch yourself. You really need to start diverting some resources there.
Trying to start onto Y, Limmp TP with the bit of travel, Y is certainly going to die. Easy pick off there for Alliance, and this is what we saw the other day. Once Limmp has those BOTs up, he loves to get involved with his team. And all his cooldowns are so darn low. You really have no downtime with the Grimstroke.
No. It's a lot of damage. Just keep applying, and you have to play fast to support Grim. Right, there's a nice scaling potential there towards the late game with bags, but your strongest point is really from minute 0 up to, I guess, like minute 20, 25. You really just need to abuse that.
Lane, Snowball, really going to be there. Faith, just barely out of range. I was just having a quick look at Arme, John. He's in a pretty bad predicament. You never really want to be taking Ancient stacks without Battle Fury up on Arme. He did use his Battle Trance to try and speed it up, but it's such a slow process without that Battle Fury, and now he does have it up. There we go. He understands, I believe, that I think he knows Nico is ahead in farm, however.
Yeah, he can tell. Like, he's died more times on Troll. Nico's gotten 2 kills on his belt, so just from that alone, you should know the Blazing Core is having a better time. And then considering that LGD, they aren't really too far behind either. It's a less than 1k lead for Alliance. LGD still has this push potential to come out. They do smoke up. There's a blink on Fate Beyond. So the Sand King initiation is there, and that could catch Alliance off guard here.
Where do they go? The other way now. Handsken been very good with positioning to break these smokes every time we see them play, and it seems like they are somewhat aware. Everyone just sitting behind the task, waiting for the right moment.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
LGD, they're not going to find an opening. They just have to leave. I mean, you want to abuse this blink on Faith Beyond, but for now, he doesn't see the opportunity. Maybe now with S4 trying to take down that tier 1 tower, but everyone's by his side waiting. Every center gonna be cancelled. That'll be it.
You don't necessarily want to commit on the DK. He's still a really tanky hero. We do manage to find an objective here. Nikobaby just given the space to clear at the top. Jogger had a bit of a clear out down bot as well, so kind of evening out the map control here for both sides. Really starting to eye that mid. Both sides really want to look at that mid tower.
FFG caught, Arrow to follow up, they get the kill. Chance is there, they open chance in the middle, the dust down, they might be able to burst it down, but no, not quite in time. NothingToSay try and turn back around onto Handsken, get the Tusk kill. And they have the Exorcism active now. They can go after that T1 mid with the siege creep if they can protect it. They do glyph it up. Alliance, they're not really in a great position to defend. You've still got Limmp there, but level 2 Exorcism is quite a bit of damage. Apparently the glyph will be enough, as NothingToSay is running out of that Exorcism duration.
Yeah, you're still happy enough. That's technically your Blink Reveal and Fate Beyond pays off with a couple of kills. Not the biggest kills, but you're starting to build into the Sand King. I think he has to be a bit careful.
G caught. GD happy to take that kill. In the meantime, S4, he's brought his Blink Dagger out, and it is coming on the courier. So you've got a nice way of initiating apart from having to use Tusk.
Radiant's top tower is under
You'd
attack.
much rather have that Tusk for the follow-up initiation or the save with the snowball. Handsken now can relax a little bit and kind of let S4 do the initiating.
Yeah, it's a lot better here. Again, you're just playing with that Blink Dragon Tail combo, especially if the Dragon forms up. You've got the value point already up here on Limmp for the ult. So you can just actually set up the double initiation if he gets a pretty good soul bind off, and that's going to be something they can build out of. Handsken as well did go back for the Necronomicon build up on the Tusk, so it's that build we've seen last time as well on Tusk. You can just kind of shove out, you can get your tag team going really strong. You just have to be careful about being jumped here. Oh, good snowball.
Snowball meanwhile from the bot lane, but they are going after Army. That's a much bigger target. Handsken, he's going to die, but they will not mind. Handsken very happy with that. Army being caught with his pants down. Lions now get the first T1 mid tower. That's never a great feeling. We've got this mid DP to loot the tower like that. Back there's 4. He jumps in and cancels the epicenter. They should have enough damage, but Faith is going to try and burrow strike away. S4 still on the chase. And Light Shadow is out with the blink away. Faith is going to be right. Not. This follow up on this. Korea not going to get the vision yet. He's still in Viz. Faith. Center. He's going to try and go, but Nikobaby, a nice spin. He knew something was wrong. They wasted the Exorcism. Now on LGD. How did he even know? Just good game sense.
Probably. And they noticed no one showing in lanes to farm after that fight, so they jump again. Amen.
The one they want, X12 should land perfectly. He'll be able to battle trans. No follow-up. Faith, in fact, going to try and get his own initiation going. Or just jumps right in onto XinQ. Everything. Make sure XinQ dies, but now Faith is in with the burrow strike. Epicenter with the slow ball in from Handsken with the Walrus Punch. They will get another. LGD just not finding the openings, not finding the team fights they need. I gotta tell you, John, the way they're initiating, it looks a little bit desperate.
They're just trying to even out these fights. They're not fighting to their own strengths here. We're not seeing, say, and speaking of,
Alliance. S4, he's making the DK look great this game. He has no net worth, but just with the blink alone, he's just getting all these initiations off. And when you've got Handsken who can just follow up with the shards and snowball, it's just too easy for Alliance.
Oh, they smoke up again. They just keep this aggression up. They want to keep hunting.
Why the hell not? You know how powerful you are. Arme, that's the one they blocked. He's on the right side. He's going to charge off now. The Dragon's out from the east well. Arrow misses. They've got the troll again, it looks like. Do they have the damage in time? No, Arme. He gets the battle press just in the nick of time, but Nikobaby is just going to man fight right through the battle trance, and the stroke of fate will get the job done. This is really nice play from this Radiant side, I gotta tell you, John. Much cleaner than what we've been seeing over the last series at least.
Yeah, I love seeing this from Alliance. They're playing with their power spike. They know that with the blink and DK, they can run around, although S4.
They'll get the DK. Nice initiation from Faith. Of course, it's not worth losing Arme, but it is a consolation prize for LGD.
Yeah, they're starting to lag behind this troll. Like the SNY Battle Fury is up, Nikobaby is slightly ahead with the SNY Battle Fury and the 2 parts in the Axe. So the spikes of the Jug are being met so much quicker. Your troll, they haven't been able to apply pressure with a push. With a troll or the DP. Mid-tier 1 still standing for Alliance. A big hindrance for PSG.LGD in trying to take control of that opposing jungle. There's some good wards here from Alliance as well, but they have not been dewarded. A great ward on that ramp on top jungle, just enabling them to sort of suss out where LGD is playing. If they know no one's farming those camps in that top jungle, they're more than likely in the triangle. Just get the rotation in. LGD are not ready for that aggression.
Radiant's
they don't have any
middle tower
saving
is under
items
attack.
yet. Not even a Yulet's up on Fate Beyond. There is a Yulet's and nothing to say, but he wants to use that offensively still. They are smoked
Radiant
up.
are
They've got
scanning.
EXO up. They've got Epicenter up again. But they just don't know where Alliance is.
Alliance just holding that mid-tier 1. LGD just can't open the map without that tower going down. It's on its last legs, it just needs a few more hits, but
Dire's
Alliance
middle tower is under
been
attack.
very just ensuring that that tower does survive a little bit longer. Arme just desperately trying to get his BKB up so he can actually fight back. I just really don't know how much it's going to matter once the Axe is there for Nico. That Axe power spike on the jug is just such a nice feeling.
Yeah,
We'll have it really soon.
It's gonna be really hard to fight into that one. Like the damage output, not being so reliant on the downtime of Omni Slash, although you still
structures
want
are
the full
fortified.
Omni off in bigger fights, but it's not gonna be as big of an issue.
Radiant's
and
middle
you can just
tower
hold
is
back
under
the rest of the
attack.
team with LGD. 9-11 now. LGD slightly
Radiant's
ahead in
middle
kills,
tower
but
has
doesn't
fallen.
matter if you're not finding that worth lead. They do find the mid-tier 1 at last. So if these find an objective, they can maybe play in the bot jungle a bit more if they wanted to ward it up. For now, they are still staying sort of clumped up. The Ags is done on Nikobaby. So, Swift slash up. They're looking at Roche. PSG.LGD can fight in the area quite nicely if they're not careful, but doesn't seem like they're aware yet.
Nice and easy once you've got that tag team. Arrow's going to scout out, does get rid of one of the Necro creeps. He's sent up, being channeled, and he does end up canceling now. S4, he's in with the Dragon Tail. They've got the follow-up stunts to go. We'll try to use up Phase Beyond and survive a little bit longer with the Burrow Strike with Nikobaby on his tail. In fact, they're going to turn back around. The DP chasing down FNG. NothingToSay will get the first kill of the team fight. Now Alliance wanting to remove themselves from this scenario. They still have the Omni. Faith stunned up by Handsken. But he can tank the gank for the team. And they might just turn now. The buyback is out from FNG on the left side. They found NothingToSay. They split up the team fight thanks to Handsken with the distraction play. Epicenter, Faith, not going to commit it all the way.
Dire's top tower is under attack. Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
It's a bit dangerous. They waste another XO.
And Faith is called out. Melodic is there with the death ward. He's dead. He used himself up, but there's no way out of this. Trying to survive. Melodic will eventually kill him, but now Nikobaby might be in danger. He'll get out of there thanks to the Soulbind and double silence off Limmp into the ethereal form. Arme gonna pop the battle trance back onto Nikobaby. He's running his way out. He's gonna be fine. The snowball save. Handsken once again saving the Swift Slash. They will still kill off Nikobaby anyway. Arme is gonna die regardless though. Limmp is able to get him with the shotgun. Why? Trying to get something. Will kill off FNG, but at the cost of his own life. Very even kind of team fight, a 3 for 3. Both position ones going down. It's an absolute mess in the Roshan pit. Roshan, however, looking quite beautiful, John. Very
Radiant
healthy.
are scanning.
Yep, not taking hits at all. Everyone just fighting for him,
For the heart.
like courters to a girl, you know, like suitors to a nice young lady. Just two guys laying it on each other. And LGD, it's a bit messy. They have the network lead overall, but it's not significant enough. Like Ame is still lagging behind. NothingToSay is sort of lagging behind. He does have the Blink BKB now on the DP. Limmp is the one reason why the network lead is on LGD's end. Like the Grimstroke's starting to trail here at 11k, so NothingToSay is kind of compensating for that. But Nikobaby's getting really big. He's saving up for his Scotty. Once you have the Scotty up, the durability here from the DP and on the troll, it's not going to be a factor. Like the battle trance here you can get through the life seal is not going to be anything major at all. It's going to be something Alliance can control. LGD, they smoke up once more. Epicenter still up, Exorcism back up. They want to force something.
From the Roshan. Lions don't know about this. Every ward being taken out by XinQ. Shards actually blocking him in the pit. Run around and fall down the game. Has the DP. Warren punch out. Ame already in the battle trap. They'll get Handsken. And S4 is taking way too much damage. LGD looking good in this team fight. There's NothingToSay will keep going forward. But S4 has fought back. Roshan so down low. They're going to make their way in ASAP, but it's too late. Aegis is taken. They're still going to try and fight. S4 back in with the Esports onto the DP. They don't have the DP ulti now, but it may not matter because S4 is going to die back immediately. Ame now. No battle trance, but he does have an Aegis. That's just as good. Say he wants the big one. He wants the jump. The arrow is not going to follow up. It won't land. Towards the south, FFG trying to get rid of Faith beyond. Towards the north, Nikobaby looking to go back in after Y. Nikobaby might have enough damage, and should with the spin. Faith just going to burrow strike out on the Sand King. Nico, he still holds on to the Omni. I believe it just came off cooldown mid-team fight. Still LGD, they got what they came for.
It's a back and forth, and they come after the Roche. They take this 7k lead down LGD's hand, but side of Lions, again, it doesn't feel like they're too far behind at all. Nikobaby's still #1 in net worth, still doing a lot of damage up front. You have to be careful about that initiation. Like LGD takes that fight, they didn't even pop the epicenter. So Fate Beyond still has the epicenter.
He's going to be alright, he TP's out in time. And Faith has been rather conservative with the epi though, right? Like he's really been waiting for the right moment. We've seen a pump fake it many times during certain engagements.
Yeah, he's been much more hesitant, just because there are not many great opportunities for clump ups from Lions. Alliance, for their part, they're staying very disciplined, split up in these fights, so you can't really get the big one going. They are playing really well with the silence coming through. From NothingToSay, the Yules plays with the arrows coming through as well. Just linking all those spells up, and it's enough control to burst someone down. S4, we talked about the farm distribution. S4's lagged behind. S4's behind XinQ's farm. So that DP is... into the battle trance. Nikobaby can be saved by the Ghost Scepter, or rather Ethereal Blade into the Omni Flash. Saves a lot of damage, he gets the kill. Swift Flash as well. Nikobaby still alive, being tripped around. You'll set the spin, is there in time. Through the epicenter, he can turn now. Faith is in trouble. On the Sand King being stunned up. S4 gets him. He wants a bit more. He loves XinQ. They don't find him in time. Still a really nice team fight there for Alliance. Yeah, and I gotta tell you, John, Limmp is doing... Limmp keeps saving the day with that Ethereal Blade. Over and over again. He stalls out the fight so much. LGD just don't have an answer for that Ghost form on a typical core. They just don't have magic damage burst. Like, you could argue Miran, but it's not amazing. Now why?
Why's in danger. He tried to stomp to get away. S4 he will have the blink up in 5 seconds, and Well, Y might be able to juke them out. Stroke of Fate won't connect. Oh, that's a sneaky spot, Y. That's very cheeky. He'll get away. Very nice. Love to see it.
Yeah, stalling out a bit, just ensuring that there's no follow-ups here for Alliance LGD. Their lead has bounced back to 4K. They're still ahead. And again, the big difference here is in the offlanes. S4 is basically as fun as a support right now from LGD, since he has a lot more to play with. The DK might need a little bit more coming in, like the BKB has to come out, just so S4 can really get the initiation, get the follow-up stuns as the game goes on. Just not really prioritized right now, as they are just focusing on getting Nikobaby up and running to the point where he is a beast. He's got the Basher up, and ideally you want the Ag Shard just to have some value with your spin. The additional damage and move speed is really nice. Let's see if that's something Nico will want, maybe after Scotty now. Already has one ultimate orb up, not too far away from just getting the entire thing done. And that will cause issues, especially for NothingToSay. He's playing with durability up front. Like with the sustain Spirit Siphon gives you on 4 heroes, you are really hard to burst down, but with a Scotty on top, you don't feel that durable at all. Even the Troll, right? You pop your Battle Trance, your lifesteal, it's not going to be in play there, so you won't really have a second life to play with. After the spell, you're just going to have to retreat, and that is going to cause some fighting issues for LGD if Nikobaby is just allowed to do it. So really good spacing out for Alliance. They are smoked up now on their end. They want to go hunting, but they don't have any offensive wards this time around.
Alliance feeling strong. Going to the left side of the Dire jungle. Be aware very soon that they are in the triangle instead. Go for the outpost here if you're Alliance, and that's the only thing they really can claim from. Zame doing. Blade will be there soon, and they're gonna smoke up. He hasn't quite got the recipe out yet. He's gonna show himself.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Handsken is the only person they see on the map at the moment. So he's in with the Yule, space beyond immediately. Arrow gonna be blocked by the Necro units, but they've got the kill. Nice setup there from XinQ.
Yep.
Now LGD. Tier 2 mid.
Sets up for the push. Ame can just chip away again with a fervor stacks up for too long. They were trying to shove top. S4 still has Dragon Form for a bit longer, so they can try to go for a bit of a trade, but it's not going to be as quick as the Troll just given leeway to rip through a tower. And LGD now 8k up, 16 to 21. The Abyssal is pretty much done here. 500 gold off for Ame, and as you mentioned, once you have that up, the control is going to be so much better up front. You're going to be able to really lock in the Jug, even the Mirana. With a Lotus Orb, we've seen Lotus Orb ruin Jug. Like if you're not careful about when you Omni Slash, just having a counter Omni Slash on you is really bad, because you're not doing damage. You have to watch yourself now for Nikobaby with that item up. He does have his own Scotty up, so again, the regen's going to be down for LGD. You're going to have to be cautious in these prolonged fights. You need to find a way to maybe just burst down the Jug, get the initiation onto Nikobaby, and prevent him from getting too many hits off, so you can just still play with a regen on hand.
Nikobaby's very close to that 25 now. What go for the Omni Slash duration, I guess. Pretty nice. Either way, the health's even pretty nice, but LGD smoked up. They know that Alliance is in the triangle at the moment. It's a matter of how they get in there. Moonlight Shadow going to be popped. Alliance holding their ground. I don't see any sentries. They might have a gem. LGD's in. Now I think the sentry, but it won't matter because the opponent's back in time. NothingToSay right onto Handsken. They want the tough spin, they'll get it. Ame now onto the Jug. There's your Lotus Orb. Switch blast is down. Midnight been committed. The DP going to use up Nikobaby. Can't kill her off. They'll come right back around. He's still trying to fight, but it's not going to be good enough. LGD. I can't believe they could literally walk up like that. But Alliance could not see them.
Radiant's middle tower is under
Yeah,
attack.
that's a mistake from Alliance. They didn't have the right position against Mirana. They should know that the rotation like that can come out. And they were clumped up with, but really easily punished by LGD. Very clean initiation. Into the racks, and again, it's a troll. Because you have a troll, you can just commit for the objectives like this. And the Lotus Orb did cause issues. They weren't ready for it on Nikobaby. Even losing just the Swift Slash is enough to really ruin your damage output. And there was just a lot that didn't line up for Alliance. LGD is going to be punishing by finding some big objectives. There's no Omni Slash on the respawn. Nikobaby takes it out.
Gonna try and self the Lotus Orb again, gonna save the day, or maybe not. He's gone the other way, Army. He might just go for a fight anyway. Limmp, he's gonna get stunned up. Now Faith Beyond, he holds down the back lines. Army, I don't know if you want to die Fountain. He doesn't.
Radiant's bottom barracks.
He'll go back for the rats.
Radiant's bottom.
They cannot get Megas LGD. They have to go for the T2 top tower or tier 4s. And it is 80 seconds without Limmp. Mid Grimstroke is gone. But LGD, they're gonna play it safe.
Yeah, they're just gonna cut through. Lines were drawn for top. Just gonna clear out the triangle first, get that steady build up, and they can easily just force another fight. Their cooldowns aren't that long, except for EXO. Even saying that, NothingToSay's EXO system is pretty much almost done. 8 seconds off, so they can just look to re-engage. That's the charm, just enabling more uptime. Always good to see. Side of LGD now 26k up. Alliance really starting to lag behind. Limmp, look at his farm. Now Limmp is behind XinQ as well. Limmp and S4 have less farm than the pause for Mirana, and it's all about Nikobaby. All their farm went into this jug. That means the scaling is just not there for Alliance. Like, maybe if you had the Ags up on Limmp, you could make something happen. You could get the clones out.
Ezekiel there for NothingToSay. Looking very poor now. 27k net worth lead. Off that one fight, they just went crazy and Roshan's up. The Alliance can't really let this go down, but I don't think they have much of a choice in the matter.
Yeah, they don't have great teams right there. Like, the last time they tried, they got wiped in the pit. They're not going to attempt to it again, so Aegis Cheese going out the way of LGD. The last outer push. Like, take that tier 2 into the high ground.
Dire's middle tower
Alliance
is
needs to
under
find a
attack.
really good angle for that
Radiant's
defense.
top tower is under
I think
attack.
ideally right now they find a pick-off. The issue is LGD is not going to split up, and it's going to be very hard to find that angle. You have a Daedalus up on Ame out, so you can just focus in, Abyssal out, get a crit, and just win the fight.
Radiant's top tower has fallen.
Army
Radiant's top tower is
on high ground. How do you fight into this? 29k. Gonna jump in. It's slow, not gonna connect. It was just a dragon tail. NothingToSay. In with the shivers.
Radiant's top tower has fallen.
They've got a poke and prod, it seems, onto Arme. Well, again, S4 used up. Spot of danger, believe it shit. Yeah, they do. Burn strike is out. Snowball safe. It's going to be there from Handsken. Try and find some more time for S4. Now the soul bind, but there goes your DK. Down with that buyback. Faith Beyond, Burn strike, empty center, all on to the Grimstroke. Limmp can't really afford to die at the moment, but he doesn't have much choice. He will go down again without buyback, and they'll lose that Vegeta boon. Everything falling apart now for Alliance. And LGD looking to close this one out. Not really much Alliance can do, but they're going to try. 3 versus 5. Swift slash. Decent damage. Arme is actually quite low. Snowball from Handsken is there. They do get the Aegis, but Nikobaby, he's dropping. He'll get himself down. LGD, you don't have the Aegis, but you might just keep going.
Radiant's middle tower.
No cares in the world. They've got all the damage out. It's fine. Defense run to the jug is just so difficult here for the side Alliance.
Is under attack.
Try onto Nico again. The chance being caught out by the Baron is still fine, but look at the damage up on the Daedalus. My goodness. Arme Gonna turn around with the Abyssal Blade now. He's got Nikobaby, the Swift, no, rather Swift Slash is there, but the patch on the range hit. Nikobaby will still survive, but Arme is back to the Ancient.
Radiant structures
He's back to it. They'll clip it up. They've bought enough time for their teammates to be back up and alive. But the Ancient's half HP. LGD, they're not gonna back off. They pop the Exorcism. They're committing to the objective. Inkswell on their score. Not gonna initiate. Ancient's still dropping. Yule's up on the Dragon Knight, and the Ancient's gone. No messing about. LGD. You take game one and Alliance. They look good for the first half, but LGD just proving to be too good in the end.